Hey, coastal movers, good morning. Gorgeous sunrise here on the island. We're on the unceded territories of the Kwagil First Nations. We're going to do a nice restorative flow this morning to start the day off and reconnect with our bodies, set the intention for the day to follow. As always, no music in the video, so feel free to throw on your favorite playlist, maybe something chill or motivational, whatever vibes with your energy this morning. You're going to want a couple of yoga blocks, your mat, maybe a nice strong cup of coffee, and let's get to it. We're going to start by opening up our chest a little bit. So we're going to lay on our mat. You're going to take one block, you're going to place it longest side across where your shoulder blades are going to be. And we're going to start off with our other block a little higher. You can have it this way or this way, whatever feels good for your head. So grab this block here. Just anchor to the shoulder blades. Ease down nice and slow. Find your pillow block. Adjust. And we'll just take some deep breaths here. You can have your knees bent if you wish, or you can straighten out your legs. Slow, deep breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Another deep breath in and out through the mouth. Few more breaths like this, starting to anchor into the ground beneath you, tuning into the sounds, the birds, and the world waking up around us. Taking a moment to cultivate some consciousness and be fully present in this moment right now. Good. From here, we're going to take a deep breath in. Reach the arms straight to the sky. Grab the elbows. And as we exhale, drop the elbows overhead. Open the chest. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths. Nice deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Dropping those elbows to the floor behind you while still extending through the arms, reaching for the top of the mat. Good. Try to rotate those biceps down towards the ground beneath you. Another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Trying to find some stillness here. And observing whatever thoughts may cross your mind with no judgment. And just gently redirecting yourself back to this present moment. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to reach those arms back over the chest. We're going to grab the arms opposite direction, deep breath in, and exhale. Bring them over. Another deep breath in through the nose. And on your next exhale, start to draw those ribs down to the ground beneath you, just starting to wake up through the torso. Start to engage the muscles. Feel the abdomen. Start to draw that belly button to the spine. Continue with slow, deep, cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, following whatever pace feels good for you. Sometimes breathing in over a couple of counts, exhaling over the same, or maybe a longer exhale. Or perhaps some box breathing feels good for you, where you inhale for a few, hold for the same amount, and exhale for the same. Good. Continue to drive those elbows overhead and down. Rotate those biceps in. Continue to draw those ribs down to the ground. Draw the belly button in. Start to wake up that pelvic floor. Good. We're going to release here. We're going to take this block that's under the head. We're going to bring it down another level. Just going to adjust this guy under my back. from here, arms down by the sides for a moment. Deep breath in. Reach the arms all the way overhead. Reach the thumbs for the ground behind you. Good. As we exhale, draw the ribs in. Bring the arms back. Good. Let's inhale over 3. Reaching overhead. Exhale over 3. We're going to start to wake up our pelvic floor as we do this. So imagine we're slowly taking the openings in the pelvis, pulling them up and inwards, continuing to draw those ribs in, continuing to draw the belly button in, continuing to inhale as we reach overhead, exhale as we come down. Good. Now we're going to inhale over 3, hold overhead for 3, tuck the ribs, and exhale over 3. One more. Inhale. Hold, tuck the ribs, draw the belly button in, pelvic floor is strong, bring the arms down. Good. From here, we can place our arms on the ground beside us. We're going to bring our feet together here. Just start to open a little bit through the hips. So butterfly legs, place the feet together. And we can just do a gentle up and down with the knees if that feels good for you. Good. Continuing with those slow cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Let your legs settle. One more time here. We're going to reach overhead. Deep breath. Grab the elbows. Drive those elbows overhead and towards the floor behind. And as you exhale, draw those ribs down. Rotate those biceps towards the floor. Try to reach those elbows, lengthen through the spine. Beautiful work. Moment of stillness. Redirecting your thoughts to your breathing. And if your mind is wandering, that's okay. No judgment here. Good. Next exhale, we're going to release the hands down to the floor. One more time, we're going to inhale over, grab the opposite way with the elbows. Reach those elbows overhead. Drive those elbows towards the back of the mat and towards the earth beneath you. And rotate those biceps down. And as we exhale, we're going to draw those ribs in, draw the belly button. Good. Pulling that pelvic floor up and inside. Imagine for the pelvic floor engagement, not only are we trying to close the openings of the pelvis, another way of thinking of this, imagine you have to urgently use the washroom. You're going to pull everything up and in because there's nothing available. And if you're a biological female, you can imagine you have a blueberry at the opening of your vagina and you're just trying to pull it up and inwards. Good. From here, we're going to exhale and release. Good. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to bring our arms parallel to the ground, big circle overhead. Hold the breath. Exhale, draw the ribs in, palms to the sky, tap the thighs. Good. Inhale up, overhead. Hold the breath, hold the arms, tuck the ribs, exhale. Good. Inhale up. We're going to do 3 more like this. Hold, tuck the ribs, pull that pelvic floor in, exhale. Inhale, overhead. Good. Tuck the belly button, tuck the ribs, exhale. Pulling that pelvic floor in, keeping it engaged. Last one here. Hold and exhale. Keep those ribs drawn in. Awesome. So from here, slowly walk your feet out. We're going to very gently just roll to the side. Oh yeah, come off our blocks. However we need to. We're going to flip it over. We're going to grab our blocks here. We're going to place them a little bit more narrowly than elbow width apart. And we are going to place our elbows on top. So come down onto your knees, hips stacked over the knees here. We are going to place our elbows on top of our blocks. We're going to bend the elbows, place the hands together. So hips stacked over knees here. Draw the belly button in, tuck the ribs up. Deep breath in. We're going to round through the back up to the sky. Pull that pelvic floor in. We're going to rock a little bit forward. So hips come past the knees here. Hold that breath in. And as we exhale, bring the hips back over top of the knees. Press the chest to the ground. Good. Keep drawing that pelvic floor up and inwards. Good. Deep breath in. Bring the hips forward. Round the spine. Fill the belly. Good. And as we exhale, push the hips back, press the chest to the ground. As you exhale, draw those ribs up and in. Good. One more deep breath here. Round the spine, press the hips forward, tuck the chin. Exhale, push the hips back, press the chest down, tuck the ribs. A few more breaths like this. Coming forward. Exhaling back. Good. One more. Beautiful. Holding it here. Draw those ribs up. Try to bring those shoulders a little down away from the ears. Try to avoid shrugging them up there. Good. Pulling that pelvic floor up and in. Good. From here, we're going to do a slight readjustment. We're going to come off our blocks very carefully. We're now going to place our hands on top of our blocks. We're going to walk them ever so slightly forward. We're going to keep our hips stacked over top of the knees here. Deep breath in. I'm going to come forward, round the back, tuck the chin, push the hips a little bit past the knees. And as I exhale, bring the hips back over the knees, press the chest to the ground. And just adjust your blocks as you need to so that you can keep your hips stacked directly over top of the knees, pulling that pelvic floor up and in. Keeping those ribs tucked as we press the chest to the ground. Holding it here for a couple of breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more breath, in through the nose and out. One more deep breath. We're going to roll forward one more time. Gentle elbows, slight bend, engaging through the arms and the chest, finding our balance here. Draw the spine in. Good. By spine, I mean belly button. Drawing the belly button in, drawing the ribs up to the spine. Pull that pelvic floor in. Starting to shake a little bit here. That's okay. We're waking up. Try to rotate the elbow pits forward towards the front end of the mat. So what I mean is don't chicken wing your elbows out to the side. Tuck those elbows in. Rotate them down towards your hips. Holding our balance, gentle bend of the elbows so we're not locked out through the arms. Keep tucking that belly button into the spine, and think you're tucking your pubic bone a little bit forward towards your face. So what I mean is I'm not curling my bum up to the sky. I'm actually curling it a little bit down so my lower belly is engaged in this kind of open, extended semi-plank. Deep breath in. And as I exhale, bring it back, hips over knees, press the chest to the ground, tuck the ribs. Good. Floating the chest off the floor here. Nice straight arms. Good. Little twist to one side. Pressing that back shoulder down. Little twist to the other. Pressing that back shoulder down. Good. And calming down. Perfect. Deep breath in as we slowly walk ourselves off our blocks. Taking a moment to roll out those shoulders. Good. From here, we're going to place our hands to the floor. Tuck the toes beneath, pressing it back for some nice down dog action here. Feel free to march it out one leg at a time, trying to drive the heel to the floor. Beautiful work. Curling that tailbone up towards the sky. Good. Driving both heels to the floor, tuck those ribs in, press the chest to the floor. Curl that tailbone up to the ceiling. Now, if this feels good for you, we're going to bend the knees to float the knees over the ground. My arms are in this kind of diagonal. Try to stabilize through the shoulders, rotate the elbow pits forward, draw those shoulders down, hold the shoulders stable in this position, belly button to the spine, ribs are tucked as we straighten out the legs, push the booty up to the sky. Good. Inhale down. So keep those hips pushed back, keep those arms at a bit of a diagonal, float those knees. And as we exhale, we're going to push our bum up, keeping that tailbone curled up to the sky. Try to bring the the heels to the ground. Tuck those ribs in, pelvic floor is strong. Inhale down, let the heels come off the ground. Hover the shins off the floor. Exhale up, keep those ribs tucked, belly button in, pelvic floor is strong. 4 more like this, coming down, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. 3, coming down. Exhale up. Ribs stay tucked in. Shoulders are stable. Try not to shrug the shoulders up to the ears. We're actively pressing away from the earth through the palms of the hands, spreading through the fingers, maybe even gently gripping your mat. Exhale back. Good. From here, press those heels down to the ground. Curl that tailbone up to the sky a little bit more. Good. From here, we're going to take our right leg, deep breath in, point that foot to the sky. We're going to twist our hips towards the right hand, bend our right foot towards our left hand. You can even look your hand towards your right fingers. Feel free to even open your chest a little to the right. Deep breath in. We're going to come forward. Exhale, draw that knee up to the chest. Rock it forward onto the toes. Good. Inhale back. A little twist. And exhale forward. From here, we're going to place that right ankle behind the left wrist. Right knee behind right wrist for our pigeon stretch. Feel free to place a block under that hip if you feel like you need it there. Coming down. What a beautiful morning. And just finding some stillness. Feel free to place a block by your head. If you like to rest your forehead on your block, that could be really nice. You can also find comfortable positioning on your forearms, whatever feels good for you. Slow breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, and out. From here, we're going to walk our hands in. Place the hands under the shoulders. Deep breath in. We're going to come up for our king pigeon, lengthening through the spine, bringing the crown of the head towards the sky above. We'll do a few dynamic flows here, coming down as we inhale, up as we exhale, down, up, just releasing those hips. Good. Last one here. From here, if you have a block under your hip, you're going to move it aside. We're going to take that same leg. We're going to bring it out to the side of our body. So think hip in line with the knee, shin parallel to your mat. We're going to have our elbows under our shoulders. Our hands are going to be slightly more out than the elbows. From here, deep breath in, and as I exhale, I'm going to press myself up. Let the pelvis sink down to the ground. Be gentle with this. If you're feeling a lot of pinch in the lower back, you can also ease up that range of motion by bending the elbows more, or even just hanging out here in a modified Sphinx stretch. Elbows under shoulders, a little bit more narrow than the wrists. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, continuing with our slow, deep cleansing breathing. Good. One more deep breath in and out. We're going to take that leg, bring it back. Feel free to rock it back here for a little child's pose. Creating a little bit of space between the thighs for your rib cage. Beautiful. Tuck those toes. Stepping it up for our down dog. Again, feel free to walk it out a little bit. Good. Drive the heels to the ground. Lift that tailbone up. Deep breath in. We're going to bring those knees down to hover. Again, keep those shoulders stable. Exhale up. Keep the ribs tucked in. Keep the belly button drawn in. Drive the heels down. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keeping those shoulders drawn down and away from the earlobes. Inhale down. Exhale up. Drawing that pelvic floor up and in. Lengthening through the spine. Relaxing the neck. Keeping the chin ever so slightly tucked, not forcing it down towards the ground. Last one here. Exhale up. From here, we're going to take our left heel up to the sky. We're going to twist the hips to the left this time. Bend the left leg. Drive the left knee up. Try to take those left toes towards the right hands. You can turn your gaze towards your left fingers and even open your chest a bit towards that left hand. Deep breath in. We're going to draw that knee to the chest, rocking it forward over the wrists, over the toes, a little bit forward. Draw the ribs in. Exhale back, up. One more. Draw it in. And from here, left elbow or left knee behind your wrist, left ankle behind right wrist. If you like, place a block under that hip. Oh, yeah. And again, always feel free to rest your forehead on your yoga block if that feels good for you. Take a few slow breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free to close the eyes. Finding your center. One more deep breath in and out. From here, we're going to walk our hands in, hands beneath shoulders. Deep breath in as we lift the chest up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. And down. Good. From here, you can remove that block. Same thing as the other side. We're going to come down. I'm going to place my knee in line with my hip. I'm going to have my shin parallel to the edge of the mat, keeping my pelvis rotated down towards the floor here. Elbows beneath shoulders, elbows slightly more narrow than my hands. You can slightly rotate those hands out if this feels good for you. Coming up slow. Find your center through your breathing. And again, if this is really intense on that lower back, You can add a gentle bend of the elbows, or you can even stay down on the forearms. That's okay too. Curling that chest forward, lifting the heart to the sky. One more breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to very gently walk that leg in, pushing it back for a child's pose. Arms are straight. Feeling free to close your eyes here. Some nice slow deep breaths. As we wind down our session this morning, with every breath in, I hope you can take a moment to cultivate some gratitude for all the beautiful things in your life. And with every exhale, I hope you can slowly release whatever is no longer serving you. We are always learning, and the universe is always speaking to us if we're ready to listen. Good. One more deep breath in here. Good. And as we exhale, we're going to take our hands, we're going to reach for our feet. You can walk your legs in together. We're going to tuck our nose to the chest. We're going to round the spine up to the sky. Nice stretch for the back. Good. And release. Walk it out. We are now ready to start our day. Well, thank you guys as always for joining. Really happy to have you. And if you're enjoying this, consider hitting the like, subscribe button and maybe sharing the love with the rest of the world. And I hope that you guys have an awesome day.